Okay, now the actual beet salad, putting it together. So first of all, let me tell you, I, I'm gonna show you. I cooked the beets already, and I'm a little dorky about presentation sometimes, and this is one of these times where presentation is important. So I have red beets and yellowish orangey beets. These beets I cooked this morning because I wanted to cook them and chill them. So I cooked them early. How do I cook beets? I don't know if you're interested, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So I chop off the top of the bottom. I wash them up really good. I don't peel them, and I throw them in a pan. And I actually use two different pans because I don't like the red ones to bleed into the yellow orange ones. Because I like the prettiness of this whole presentation. So I boil them until they're soft and they come out. I just drain all the water off and I put them in the pan, which is the same old pan, and I put them in the fridge. So they've been in the fridge, they were cold. So then I took them out of the fridge when I was ready to do this, and when I took them out, I peeled all the skin off. Came out of my fingers pretty good. I peeled all the skin off, and then I put them in this Temptations dish, and I know I made the dressing earlier. I think I told you about that. So the dressing is olive oil, Dijon mustard, honey, and balsamic vinegar, tons of salt and pepper, especially if you like that. So, but a lot of people use red wine vinegar in their dressing. Well, I didn't use it in my dressing, but what I did is now I mix a little, aside from the dressing, I mix a little olive oil with the red wine vinegar, any old brand, and salt and pepper. Mix it really good. Whisk it up really, really good so it's nice and mixed. And then I poured it over these beets. I sliced the beets once I peeled them. And I poured that red wine vinegar and the salt and pepper and the oil over these beets. So they've been marinating for, and you can do this for a while, marinating beets. And a lot of people some people just do oil, some people just do vinegar, some people don't do this step at all. I think this is a valuable step for the flavor. So we already have very, very flavorful, what's it? The dressing. So, and the rest of it is really just throwing it together. So I'm going to throw it together here for you and show you what it will look like. So I have a mix of greens, mixed greens, seriously. And I buy them mixed, but there's some that have, like kale and chard and spinach. And I bought arugula to put in there too. Bok choy, baby bok choy is so tasty. So I'm plopping it on these two plates because it's just Bob and I eating. So I'm plopping it on these two plates, and I want it to look pretty, so you want to make sure to have a little bit of the purple there, and then I evenly disperse this. There's plenty of beets, so and then I'm gonna put that aside. All right, so then I take my beets that I have here, and I can I'll place them. I'll fix them after if I need to. But you don't want them to sit in you don't want the dressing on here. No. I mean the seasoning that it was sitting in there. Oh my goodness! But just taste that. Wow, it's going to be perfect. So plop that on the salad, or the combination of salad. Combine the yellow in there with the red because it's very, very pretty. It's a very pretty looking summer salad to have as a side dish for anything. And we're having it as a side dish for hamburgers. Sounds bad, but Bob's a meat and potatoes guy. I'm a salad and presentation girl. So I try to combine the two sometimes. Okay, and I think I'm doing it on this one. I think I'm doing it. So then we take the goat cheese, and some goat cheese, like chèvre cheese, I'm gonna put it on a little plate. Well, I'm gonna put it on a little plate here and just kind of get it to be pieces instead of a clump. And then you sprinkle it on the top. Oh, not on the floor. I don't know why I always make a mess. I seriously do. Okay, break it apart on top. Oh, gotta love good goat cheese. Some people like this with feta cheese. I really don't. I just don't. I can't seem to bring myself to do it. I always keep a little left over of this because if you want to add more, everybody has their preference, right? So here's this. Oh, and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful looking. So summery. So festive too. I'm adding more goat cheese to mine. Like I've said before, you can never have too much cheese. Okay, so want to see it? Okay, let me show you. So far, and I'm not done. Okay, but look at how pretty. Isn't that just so pretty? And when you put it on the table like that, it's okay that these are hanging. It will add. Now you want to come along and eat a hamburger? Really? But it's okay. It's a pretty presentation, and it's an easy enough thing. You can make this ahead of time because I think people will like that. So the other thing you can add, or should add, or could add, is candied walnuts. Some people like plain walnuts. Some people like candied, and candied pecans instead of walnuts. But I happen to like the candied walnuts. If I don't have them, I'll use the plain. You can roast your own, but it just adds such a nice little sweet flavor to it. This is so simple. Such a simple dish. I have to show you what this looks like here. Look. I hope you can see that. How beautiful this is. So if you go, look, I'm so happy. I'm so happy at how this looks. So now that is it. So I'm just gonna let it sit, and when it's time to serve it, I'm gonna take my dressing that I made earlier. I threw it in the jar, remember? I already told you this one, the oil, the honey, the balsamic vinegar, and the salt and pepper, Dijon mustard. Shake that up good again, and then you'll pour this nice, rich, thick. Look at this. Nice, rich, thick. Oh, look at that. And you're gonna pour that on top right before you serve, and voila, so good, so tasty. So, enjoy it so much. Bye.